out. Check one, check two. Sounds louder. Mr. Gold's in the house. Mr. Gold. He's smooth. He's ready. It's been foretold. Are we live right now? So this works? In theory. Alright, welcome back to E-Raiders. We have a round robin
Just
going
Raiders.
in right now.
Just Raiders.
What?
Just Raiders.
Welcome back to Raiders. I'm one of your co-casters, Mr. Gold, for this Fantavia's League of Legends action night. I got my other co-caster here, RavExel. We're excited to be back. We're going into Game 3, I believe, and what I can tell from my game earlier is I've missed a lot of action so far for this game.
Absolutely, Mr. Gold. You just had one barn burner of a game. There was an 11,000 gold lead for Team Bravo, and they and without a single tournament, a single tower being taken by Team Bravo, and Alpha was able to get a 4-for-0, and then also get a Baron steal. It was a five-man Baron by Team Bravo, and Team Alpha with the jungler and the support was able to go in there, and even though he was down 2 levels, still got the steal. So really remarkable by this Team Alpha. So we're going to be having them on the red side, and as I recall, Ultimate was the Lucian AD carry. And then we had Yogi Fufu, who was the carry jungle Jarvan. So here, as you can see, we have the Jarvan band, and we also have the Lucian band. So just responding just directly from the last game.
And two quite popular meta picks, right, going over to the blue side, to the red side over there with the Recon and the Galileo. I'm looking forward to this combination. The amount of CC and knockup trains, once this team gets on you, you're not getting off you, so right. This is open up a lot of flexibility for this draft. They're going to be able to really be diving on that Twitch. They can have the Recon do it for his team and jump in first and take out the Twitch. And then they can have the Galileo follow up afterwards. I really like that pick rotation. They're putting a lot of emphasis on Derry to be able to carry on the Twitch, but they have the support with the Lulu, so we're going to be seeing shields for days.
Yeah, so we're looking for, the Lulu is first pick, which has been a popular pick because of the strength of Ardent Sensor recently.
And I want to see the Annie go in. Yes, we're going to have an Annie. But this is going to have to be a mid lane Annie, I think, right now. And this is some new AD carry meta that I'm not aware of. And the Caitlyn, obviously, that's not going to happen. Where is this Annie going? I haven't seen it played mid in a while, at least not competitively. What sort of is Annie going to bring? The stun CC train. You know what? This is going to go what we talked about earlier, to able to lock down the Twitch. You're going to have the Annie going in. Once Annie goes in, Recon is now able to come flying in with the Galileo's charge. And during this time, we're going to have Kayla able to set up some damage as well. Get in there. This is a lot of front-loaded damage. And, oh, yes, the Vel'Koz is coming in now. As you know, it's one of my personal favorites. Champions. Why don't you go on about it?
I happen to have firsthand knowledge of the Vel'Koz support by Mr. Gold, and what's notable about that is he tended to always have a good KDA ratio, and not because of all the assists that he was getting for his team, but that he actively tried to scumbag all the kills from his team and not just his AD carry. So I have a particular love of the Vel'Koz pick, but here we have the Team Charlie finishing off their comp. So we're going to have the Lulu Twitch bot lane, followed by the Cho'Gath jungle, the Vel'Koz mid lane, and then the tank top, Maokai top. So a lot of tank on their team, a lot of range, and utility from the Lulu.
This mid lane match is going to be super exciting to watch right now because pretty much Vel'Koz is going to counter Annie. The range discrepancy there is going to be completely brutal. If Annie gets behind early and doesn't have her flash up, she's pretty much going to be a sitting chomp block for Cho'Gath. right there. He's going to be able to flash in an ultimate with a nice Vel'Koz ult. It's quite the good pick right there, but however, the stuns and synergy, especially with the elastic slingshot coming in there, you're going to be able to keep a lot of these the back line back. So I really don't think the red team can afford to get too far behind on this, but that's okay. Kobe's. I'm a Lakers fan, baby, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
So we are seeing some different picks, and that's just because of the pick ban. Now we have the Yogi Fufu as Zac, so picking another meta jungler, and Ultimate, who was the Lucian last game, now picking up the Caitlyn, which has to be a little bit of a comfort champion, I'm thinking, because of the recent nerfs in 7.14 and 7.16. She hasn't been picked a whole lot in competitive play, so I'm thinking it's been it's a comfort champion for her, and having the Rakan able to make plays, able to keep her safe with some shielding. And then also being able to have the Galio and Zac peel as well as engage for her is probably why she was picked. But yeah, she's definitely been a little bit shy away from the LCS and other regions in recent patches.
Do you know what I've also noticed right now, RavExel, is pretty much we have 4 meta picks on each side, with the Annie being the one out as well as the Vel'Koz right there. Vel'Koz has seen some play, but it's going to be a meta matchup. I wonder what these meta breaker champions are really going to bring, because I don't think people are really expecting, they don't really see a lot of Annie, what she can do in a coordinated, powerful team, right? Because the backline is, again, I don't know if I'd want to pick necessarily Annie when you have a Lulu. Like, when you dump all your damage on the Twitch and your engage, a Lulu there is going to be able to provide her ultimate to keep Bruce Vane. Oh, that's clever. To keep Bruce Vane up. And then you're going to have a lot of CC backup there. So it's questionable. I don't think, to me, this matchup is going to be about how Annie's going to do. The mid lane needs to be under control. And with her stuns, as well, if they get ahead, they're going to be able to blow up any prime target there, like their jungler, for example, and then take a dragon or a Rift Herald.
Yeah, and what I'm also looking at is for Team Charlie with the Cho'Gath pick, not only having a Smite, but also having the Chomp, which tends to deal more damage than the Smite. So could be a way to have early objective control over the Zac. So what we've been seeing in competitive play, actually we've been seeing Cho'Gath being top lane in competitive play. He is played partially in the jungle at high level solo queue, but almost entirely exclusively in the top lane. So again, probably a comfort champion, probably someone he's been playing for the last patch or two since Cho'Gath has been strong, since the rework. But we're going to have to see whether he's be able to get on these early objectives and start stacking them, as well as stacking those stacks to be able to get bigger. And
hey, man, if you want to build stacks, you got to stack, right? It's
hey,
simple, right?
stack squared, stack a lack, stack a dack.
And before we get much more, again, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Mr.Gold. I'm the co-caster of the one and only RavExel. We are the 2 members of 2 Frenchmen, 1 cast, and we're just a bunch of silly little baguettes.
That's it. That's it. And although we're 2 Frenchmen, 1 cast, we will not speak French in this cast. So
it's not just based on cultural respect. It's based on I can't speak French. And that's just a fact. And speaking of Frenchmen, we have our adversary from back in the medieval era, Thorndyke here, just being our pocket photographer. He's coming and he's doing some great work.
Yes, Andrew of Thorndyke, a very ancient name. He's got his heritage way back into European genealogy. His coat of arms is somewhat impressive as well. And here helping up with some photography and video work.
And also, he has a cosplay sort of area in his own house.
Oh, wow.
Which is very rare that a lot of people don't have in their League of Legends fandom, right? Like, how many people have a pocket photographer with a cosplay lounge in there?
No, he's the only one that I know. And it is not the only reason why he's here, but it is a primary reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I missed a couple of the games earlier. What have we been seeing right now? Like, so I was running a bit late. I had to do some stuff for my kid. We went to a West Coast kid. Did you know that every store, the more words or syllables you put before the word kid or baby, the more exponential things cost in these places? Like, they got like designer hand towels for like $50. Like, shame on you, Blavey Village or wherever you are.
I tell you, weddings, funerals, and babies, you can really charge anything you want and people have to buy it. And if it's not the parents, it's the well-meaning aunts and uncles who have large bank accounts and fewer children that are able to purchase anything.
You gotta pay for parking afterwards, and it's just like, God bless the Green Pea app. Anyway, enough of that daily hum-hum. let's go back to this game. We have early play right there. Of course, the support's going first, which I don't like, but you know, we'll see if he starts his grand entrance.
And here, Team Alpha, in the second game, they decided not to go for an invade, but this time, deciding not to put any wards, just trying to bait out a play very curiously. But you think that they'd respond with a ward, and instead they get a Lulu Glitter Lance. Lulu saying, "Hey, I'm here. I'd like a little bit of gold," and a little bit of gold heading her way. And let's look at the summoners. We have Annie starting Exhaust, so a very defensive summoner being used, and that's to prevent the Vel'Koz burst damage, especially when he gets his ultimate out.
Yeah, but there's only so much you're going to be able to mitigate mid-game, because the ultimate, if you're in range to use Exhaust and you have to use Exhaust, you have to be the one engaging, otherwise you're pretty much dead. And you can see correspondingly, that's what the Vel'Koz is thinking, I don't need an Ignite. If I'm in range to do Ignite, I haven't done my job. I'm a poke champion, I'm going to get mana, I'm going to make you angry to be in lane. But the one thing Annie does have going for this matchup, which we'll take with peak right, if you jump up there right now, is going to be just like the sustain. Like, even though Vel'Koz doesn't have a lot of poke, Annie, with proper use of her Q, will be able to keep her mana up. So that way Vel'Koz won't be able to poke so well out of lane. So that's going to be, again, a huge skill match to make sure Annie uses it. And again, she's got a cute little skin. I love the little bear. I prefer the other one, the Prom Queen Annie, because it has the pedo bear, but that's okay. So let's look at this bot lane right there. The Twitch, again, another great use of skins for this game. I can't emphasize enough. If you want to get ALO, you got to have the skins. And look at the huge damage on the Lulu right off the bat there. That's the kind of damage they want. Lulu's the one that's supposed to be dishing it out, but the Kayla now realizes 1 or 2 headshots, you could knock this lane out of lane already. The support that's keeping Twitch in there is getting knocked down to half health early. And that's going to be hit point pots they have to use.
Absolutely, and it's also going to probably most likely lead to the level 2 advantage, as we just saw right there for the Caitlyn Rakan. And what you want to do when you hit the level 2 at this point is you want to make sure not to push the wave, and you want to position yourself right ahead of your wave, so whenever the enemy try to come in for any experience or any sort of gold, that you're continually poking. So right there, it should have been a poke. They should have been able to hit Twitch or Lulu twice or 3 times before they were able to come and get that level 2.
We got some action in the top lane right now. Maokai is getting pushed half to down. Yeah, it's going to be hard to take with Galio's damage. He's got base damage, he's got engage everything. Maokai is good to be safe and protect himself. He doesn't want to get to the point where he can get all in. Because remember, the Zac can jump in, take the turret aggro, and then Galio can finish it. You don't want to get that champion first blood.
That's a great combination that you just pointed out, and it's one that we saw earlier, slightly changed. We used to see a Jarvan jungle, and here we're going in with onto the Lulu.
Yes. Nice job when the Caitlyn did not want to blow his flash to get that. I think he might have had the auto attack every time the flash, but I wouldn't really want to blow your flash too early, right? Like, you're already showing quick lane dominance. You have your Vel'Koz coming down right now. This is going to be interesting. Looks like they're catching greedy. He goes, yeah, it looks like the runs away. No support there, but nice roam there, and Annie's going to be able to push. Nice job on the roam. Good timing, but unfortunately, you don't got boots yet. At 3 minutes down, I haven't seen this before, right? But, you know, anything could happen right there. Anything could happen at all today. And I say that earnestly because I haven't seen anything. This is my first game.
Well, you're being quite literal in your usage there, but generally how you're supposed to play a Vel'Koz lane is you're supposed to stay in lane. Actually, you're not a roaming support. I mean, a roaming mid lane. Sorry, I'm just used to you being a Vel'Koz support.
I roam a lot.
You do roam a lot.
Nice hit there, nice. But he's not able to get the passive off there. But look at the mana though, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, so generally, like I was saying, you're supposed to just continually poke you're the mid laner out of lane. You're supposed to get the first tower or possibly a first blood, and then that's how you're supposed to get your lead. Early roaming is not one of Vel'Koz's ways to get their team ahead. Now, actually, Annie is more the one who likes to roam, but that's particularly when she gets level 6.
I want to watch the play right now just for Maokai right now. Galio does have flash. I don't think it's for, yeah, he has to get out of there right now and sacrifice CS. He blew too much mana earlier in the sustain. And this is going to be brutal. Oh, nice, takes the tower damage there, but with the teleport up on the Maokai, he won't miss too much. It's only going to miss a can, which is not brutal, but he has to get back there fast. Yeah, I think he was waiting for an item. Yeah, he's not doing very well right now. He's going for some HP back right now. But again, it's to be expected, right? You know, old McDonald had a hard time to farm, right?
E-I-E-I-O, you're down 12 CS, almost half right now. E-I-E-I-O. You need to catch up. You need to get there. If you don't, you're going to lose up top lane. Well, I'm not a rhymer.
Well, that's okay. We're also not old timers.
I'm still working on my rap career.
No, but don't worry. Like, oh, there's that play right there. Interesting play. They almost had him, but again, Annie is too low right now for that really to come in. It's just a lane where Annie does not want to get behind. It's so important that she gets even or at least ahead, right?
But they did at least get the flash on the Vel'Koz, so
right?
so the flash is down. Ghost was used previously.
Annie has to blow her flash. See, that's what I mean. She was not able to use her exhaust right there, right? So that's why that counter matchup's really good for the Vel'Koz it's picked. But don't wait, there'll be an opportunity for the exhaust to come in. Probably I'm thinking you'll save it for the Cho'Gath ultimate, because Cho'Gath's really slow coming to lane. You just throw it up on and you nullify a damage spike, because Cho'Gath will be going in with the Twitch and try to be a damage spike. And Twitch will be there with one rat-a-tat-tat to finish one off.
And especially true with that gangster Twitch skin, he's going to be taking his Tommy gun and trying to get as much damage as possible.
Is hitting everything. I'm going to start calling this guy Euclid. Which those at home don't know, that's the father of geometry. And Vel'Koz is doing geometric shots. It's kind of ruined when I explain it, but I'm not sure how layman you are.
I tend to do the more basic Pythagorean or Pythagoreus, but you know what? I guess the higher level math is on the Mr. Gold side.
Well, it's the only real father of math I know. It happens to still be geometry. It's more of a coincidence than really anything. Oh. Here comes the elastic single shot, and they're going on the Lulu. She's already blown her flash from earlier, and she's not going to go. Here comes first blood. It's going, yes, and there's no return going back there. Nice job on there with ultimate, getting it without using the ultimate.
Not only that, Caitlyn being able to pick up that first blood kill while having Cull. So really, again, that's not supposed to be happening. But with that great gank by Zach, even though that he wasn't able to get the CC with the jump, Lulu was way too out of position up into this bush with the minion wave closer towards the tower. So really a misplay by Lulu more than a good play by the red team, Team Alpha.
So here's a question before we get back to the expert of action. Is there a photographer being duties? Like, can we ask him to get my coffee on the ground over there? Or is that too insulting or below him?
You know, I'm not really sure. He's currently reading some literature and possibly looking up more photography strategies or how-to book. I'm not really sure, but he's looking quite well doing it. That kind of English sort of style, that stiff upper lip that you can only do when you feel better.
I just don't know if coffee getting is below his intern duties right now. This is what we talked about, precarious employment with wine in a liberal election. Could you get my coffee, please?
And after joking, there is some seriousness to that. And there, win, win, win.
I brought you a refreshing.
The cast wins. The the casters win. And hopefully we're going to see some increased caster action here.
Flashes down.
Oh, it looks like with that slow, Rakan could be targeted. TP coming in from the Galio, not being followed up by Maokai, whose TP is currently down right now. Galio being able to get the taunt onto the Twitch and picking that up. And the damage that Vel'Koz is able to get is just enough for Cho'Gath to get that chomp. And that's an early stack at level 6, already at a single stack of a player champion kill.
That's a nice technical fight right there. That's like watching World War I, the trench fair, go back, forth, back, forth. I got my ultimates, I got my artillery, right? Nice job there on the abilities. Vel'Koz got them nice and low. When that wave comes out mid-game, it really hurts right there. Setting them all below health, and Cho'Gath, again, able to come and clean it. And that's where Annie's going to have to be with her exhaust, because I don't think they're going to have the front load damage to really bring anyone down, and Cho'Gath's going to unfortunately be the one who has to flash in there and chomp someone down. So that's where the exhaust is going to come in.
So we're seeing some major CS differentials coming so far. Even though Galio roamed down to bot lane and made sure to secure that kill, Maokai is still 20 CS down, even being able to push those last two waves and get the wave onto turret. In the jungle, not only a kill for Cho'Gath, but a major CS lead as well. And then we have in the mid lane Vel'Koz hitting all kinds of seal shots, roaming, and getting the farm. Look at that 82 farm at 10 minutes. They're going on the Twitch right now. They're jumping on. The CC's up right there. She's going nowhere. She's got nowhere to run. The flash is down. Twitch is going, but she's what? Lulu, save it. Save her, no. And they bring him in the ultimate going down there. And another kill going over into ultimate. And he still hasn't used his ultimate yet. The signature ability on Caitlyn. Yeah, no, hasn't need that ace in the hole just yet, but Zach with that kidnap, being able to bring Twitch back into the minion wave and being able to secure that kill for the Caitlyn. Now a 2-0-1, building that BF sword. So not only stacking this Cull, first level boots, but the BF sword.
And just a quick shout out to the fans out there. There'll be no flash photography. There'll be no flash photography. All right. Autographs and interviews will be done afterwards. Thank you to our adoring fans, and we'll also have transportation to the cosplay house afterwards.
Oh, the ever-famous cosplay house. But we also might be doing some interviews afterwards. So we have the Well Played Games #2 event here at Raiders eSports Center. And this is the culmination of the summer schedule. The OBSL throwing 10 events, all from May leading all the way up until September. And I tell you, throwing 10 esports events here in the Greater Toronto region, all within a span of a few months, is no easy feat. So hats off to Joshua and Christian and all the rest of the great support staff that OBSL is able to bring.
And we're glad we're able to be here and support and ride your coattails.
Well, you know, the feeling's always mutual. Here I can see the Overwatch players trickling in. Big Overwatch tournament going to be played after the League of Legends. So this is the Well Played Games. There is more than one games, FIFA being played earlier. And I was told a solid 20 players. So good on that. And here we have more poke and the wave being sent right towards Annie.
So one thing I just want to get in right now, and actually, we'll see if this goes anywhere, is the mid-game team fights. I think really it's going to go towards the red team right there. You're going to have Kenny G21 coming in, throwing himself in with Young Fufu. And here we go. They're going on right now. That's why they got to pick. He's got no man to get away. He's got a flash, though. But you don't blow. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run. You're going, oh, he's... What do I know, right? I'm not even gold.
But we have the three members. Vel'Koz once again roaming, using lots of mana in the process, but he's going to help his Maokai push up towards the lane, and they're going to try to get some early damage on this turret. Remember that Galio was in charge. He was the man in top lane, getting a massive CS lead and getting that first roam on bottom lane.
If they get the first tower, this is big, right? Because you have Vel'Koz roaming. She's not be the one roaming, right? But you're using... there. But it looks like we're having a tower race, but I don't think they're going to get it. There's no way the red team's going to get it.
But here we have Annie roaming down in response to the Vel'Koz going top. First tower going over to Vel'Koz, and that evens up the CS now.
Oh,
for...
they miss it. Oh, that's a sing shot goes in. Lulu's able to go, but she has her ultimate. Here comes finally the ultimate from Ultimate. He's getting away, but they don't have the damage to bring him down right now. But it looks like they're just trying to keep him away just to get this tower right there. The priority is going to be the tower to bring it down. This is exciting. I like the fact that both teams are making macro moves right now. But just before we get anything, I was going to talk about the Galileo. When he comes in right now, he's going to be literally unkillable. If they get anything on the back line of the blue team, I don't know where freaking Bruce Vane is going to dash off to, right?
I don't know, but with a name like Bruce Vane, you think anything is possible. I love the name as well. It's not just Mr. Gold, my co-caster, me, RavExel. We both approve of the name Bruce Vane. But meanwhile, I just wanted to mention that the blue team, Charlie, was able to get that first Ocean Dragon while we were talking about our gracious hosts and proud promoters. But not only that, but we got to thank Microsoft Eaton Center, because they're the ones sponsoring this summer schedule here, thrown to you by the Ontario Sports League. So we do have our sponsor overlords, and Microsoft Eaton Center is definitely one of them, and a primary one. They are the one. So thanks a lot for believing in Greater Toronto eSports, and thank you for sponsoring. I got a lovely water bottle that I got on the Well Played Games #1, and my girlfriend is very jealous that I picked up this great Microsoft water bottle.
I didn't get a water bottle.
No, you weren't part of this first one. I believe you were touring the Mediterranean at the time.
The coming down mid lane right now, but here comes Zach. He's flying with lots of right there. They're trying to save the tower. Russian dead. Here comes the ultimate from Manny. Doing some huge damage, but the Vel'Koz comes right back right there. They're retreating. Looks like Zach's going to be in trouble right now. His passive still is up, though. But Dibley has to get away right there. But nice trying to save the tower right there. But look like they're engaging the back line. They're cutting them off right there. Recon's alone right now.
Yeah.
They're flying. The team fight is going. They want blood. Twitch is causing damage to the backside. Takes down the Annie right there. Dame's re-engaging the Rancon. What are they going to pick right now? They're going to go on the Cho'Gath right now. They're dropping damage right there. They need to kite back a bit. Where's the Twitch right there? I can't see where the Twitch is. Caleb must be hammering away on Twitch.
Yeah, and even though blue team, Team Charlie, has had lots of low health bars, the Team Alpha not being able to pick up too much off the end of that, they're going to try to push mid lane with 3 and see if they can get some early mid-game tower damage with Team Charlie, the blue, being able to get that first tower down with the Rift Herald, an excellent use of the early objective, being able to get both the Ocean Dragon and the Rift Herald, leading to that ever important first mid turret.
Yeah, so we've just been advised that our intern might be buying a nacho platter and giving us some of it, which is excellent news for this game. So
Absolutely.
So that fight right there is why it's interesting. The social back and forth is there are two damage comps mostly, right? You have a burst comp from the red side where you can have Kobe following up with the ultimate, but if they can't take someone down right after that, it's gonna be trouble Bear City. Yogi Bear's in trouble at that point, right?
And as we're talking about that, we continually see Overwatch players come in to the event. They can't wait to play. They're looking in envy as League of Legends is being played, and they're thinking, why did we choose this game? We could choose another game. It is free. It is the #1 esports being played, and they have to just continually evaluate their choices of what types of game they're playing. Yes, you got Monty. Yes, you got Doa, but really, that's about it. Yes, you have the Geocentric League coming up in 2018. Very exciting, but really, look at this League of Legends action that's being played. Look at these casters. They're controlling the action, and they're the ones that are making this so very exciting.
And let's take a peek down there now. It looks like we got some farming up right now. This is the point of the mid-game lull right now, but things are going really interesting. Like, I'm hoping the red team can keep this up right there because they have a lot of a more difficult comp, I think, just to pull off for their damage spikes. So it's going to be interesting. It looks like they're catching the Zach, who's just flying away right there. I'm not catching me. He's going there. He's being, annoying, throwing wards in there.
But here, let's take a look at the gold, because yes, we have a mid-game lull. Yes, we have only a 1,000 gold lead by Team Alpha, but let's look at the Vel'Koz being a humongous 1,400 gold lead up at this mid-game point. 155 farm in 17 minutes. It just dwarfs any other member, and especially on his own team. See in the top lane, a 900 gold lead from Galio, and then the jungle. But here, while we're talking about this, we have the Cho'Gath that is just chomping away at this this next stack that he's able to get. And look at him get that. That's at least 2 stacks that we've seen him get off of a minion, an epic monster, as well as through a champion.
And the tank, old McDonald had a farm and he died. He went down, and looks like Galileo's gonna be trying to get away right now, but they're not gonna be able to chase him down right now. Nice job picking up the kill on their tank right there. Didn't really been keeping the Malachi down right there. He's not going to be the gruesome mid-game threat that he's the terror of the LCS right there. This Galileo is going to be, especially with his Sunfire Cape, is going to be damaging. It looks like they're going to dive right through. They're saying, we want this tower to take objectives, especially as the red team was pushing. They got to be careful here. They're giving up a tier 2 tower for this right now on this side right there. And no one's going to stop them. All we have right now is the Malachi coming back. He doesn't even have a Sunfire Cape. They need to rotate members, and yeah, they're going to be rotating back. Great macro play here by the red team. I wonder who's leading it.
Well, definitely when you're looking at the gold totals, it's looking like Team Alpha is ahead on this one. And then once again, Ultimate on the Caitlyn, like he did on Lucian last game, is doing a very, very hard carry on this Caitlyn, now at 3-0-2, 144 CS at 1845. Not going down, and the game once again rests on his shoulders. And again, this is a tired story because it keeps on being played out. The jungle 80 carry support synergy is so ever important, and the jungler at 1-0-3, yeah, a little bit down from the Cho'Gath, yeah, down 3 objectives so far, but hasn't died, has facilitated his lanes, and has got this gold lead now at 2,500 for his team.
Yeah, I'm still not really sold on the Cho'Gath. I prefer Zac. I'm more of a traditionalist. I like the engage. I like the mobility. And with the Zac, what you can even do is you can use it as disengage, right? You can get your team members out of the harm's way. I just love utility. That's just sort of how I like my junglers. I find Cho'Gath is very one-dimensional. And here comes the ultimate, and what a nice support there, right? Yankalope. Yankalope? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yankelope. It's like an antelope, except
cantaloupe, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a cantaloupe. But I'm thinking it's like the animal of prey, where you have the antelope, and often you see the predator being able to catch the antelope, but what you don't see is the antelope able to get away or help his fellow team.
And forces the flash out of Caitlyn right there. She's putting her traps down to get away, but they're still charging after. They had the Vayne right there going, I want to kill you, I want to kill you, and he had to blow his praying spray right there. But
early wards being set up by the support of Lulu.
The key thing right now is that play is they got the flash out of Caitlyn. The team fight is going to be really based around Caitlyn and the engage potential. So if they don't have an ideal engage, Caitlyn's going to be a sitting duck right now, right? They're going to have to, Annie's got to switch from damage to peel right now. It looks like we got a big TP going right there. It's going to be answering on that side, but
so what's really key right here is that the TP was just used by Malachi. What this leaves is an opportunity for Galio to come up and get a 5-on-4 team fight here. This could be the chance that the red team, Team Alpha, was looking for. If they could coordinate this, they could be turning this game on its head. Even though down 3 objectives, they're up in the gold lead, they're up in the levels, they're up in the items. They could do it right here. And here we have Galio getting onto the Lulu, but he's going up and taking out the Cho'Gath, jungler down, and 1 kill over to Team Alpha. And just like beautiful wrap rotations, Malachi not wanting to lose that inhibitor. And go ahead, Mr. Gold, call this one out with the kidnap just being done.
It's clean up right now. The Lulus are down. They're chasing him down. Looks like, I can't really see that Malachi's getting away, but just a tank. Vel'Koz is coming with some wicked damage right there. Punched him down, but it's not going to be able to get them through right now. Too many members of the blue team are down right now. And the red team has advantage right there. Ultimate's looking for his target. Yeah, he's holding his ultimate. This guy's got some crazy patience.
Yeah, well, that's a 2-for-1 lead for Team Alpha, the red team, ballooning that gold lead now at 3,500.
They're blowing up Twitch. You're supposed to be the one surprising them, but they're kind of, when they're flying in, there comes just a slingshot right there. Vel'Koz is going back. He hasn't up his damage right there. Twitch is right in the back line. He's going to get away. Ultimate still shooting for the back line right there. Good job, Keelan. Hammer them back right there. Looks like they want more. Cho'Gath is coming. How are you going to bring him down right now? You don't have the damage right now. He's chomping. He's hungry right now. Gally does not have the mana. They're going to have to retreat right now. The blue team pressing away. And they're going to be running out there. No slows are getting right there. Cho'Gath still wanting his target right there, but unable to get anyone.
Now, with that re-engage, even though they weren't being able to pick up a kill, they were able to shift the tempo back onto their side. So, with that, they're not going to be able to continue to push with this minion, but with the next wave, they are going to be able to push. They're going to get some early second-tier mid-tower damage down, and with red team, Team Alpha not going back, because they don't want to give this up.
They're not running the turret right now. He's jumping right in with his passive up right. They're flying in right now. They're barricading them in right there. They're trying to take down Old McDonald, but he's had the farm. He's had the CS. He's not going down. They still want the tower. The damage is going right back on Galen. They've bitten up too much where they can chew. Twitch is down. They're engaging right now. They can't stop them right now. Here comes the shield. There's damage everywhere. Here comes the slingshot right there. Here comes the ultimate. The damage is still, and ultimate still has the ultimate up.
Flashing red bars all over the place, and you have to give the decision-making advantage to Team Alpha. Yes, they stayed, but they were able to defend that turret so far. But with that chomp, that wasn't the chomp. It was able to get an auto attack on there, and that's Vel'Koz picking up the kill. Now 2-0-1, finishing the Morellonomicon, getting the boost of lucidity, and should be on his way to getting that Void Staff. If he can get the Void Staff with this buy, which he absolutely can, is going to be even more of a threat than he was previously. Is going to have a 2-item power spike with boots, and is going to be able to wreck just about anyone on the Team Alpha's team, which the only one who could possibly defend at this point would be Galio with the Spirit Visage made.
Yeah, these team fights are really exciting, RavExel. It's just that they got to actually water raiders. It's nice technical team fights are my favorite. And here we go with another Ocean Dragon right there. Oh, he's coming in right there. He tries to take it. He blew his flash, though. He's stuck in there. He has to go in. There you go. The damage comes flying out. They're still chasing after there. They're able to set the sap to the gauge, and they're running the tails right there.
The play was there. Cho'Gath flashed in, but missed the chomp. Chomped a little bit too early, and Zach was able to clean up with the flash and get this trading Ocean Dragon over to his team's favor. There was the chomp was used. No, the chomp was not used, and the Zach was able to get it. Because of the little delay on the chomp, it was never used.
That looked really cool, though, right? You have to admit, though, jumping in there, I was surprised. I thought the dragon was going over 100%. Like, there's no way he's gonna flash for an Ocean Dragon when Baron's up right now, right? But once again, it shows you. You're looking cool, you have to pull it off. It's like when you drive your car with one hand, you get an accident, you don't look cool anymore, right?
Yes, but one thing I do have to say is what exciting games that we're here to cast. Second game, and here we have more action, kind of just like the LPL. We have Cho'Gath being caught out, but he is the tank. He is able to take all kinds of damage down to 1/4 health. Are they able to burst that out? The Team Alpha able to close it out, but getting the trading kill is Twitch on the Recon. And these teams that keep going at it, flashing red bars all over the place. Kidnap being able to take right back the deep. But the ultimate being used by Vel'Koz. But look at that. It's Lulu coming up from behind. Just shutting down the main carry of Team Charlie.
4 kills over to the red team from that. What a great play, great action. Yeah, these fights are going all over the place. I like how layered all of these fights are right there. A nice play. Oh, again, I was a bit concerned too with the way that Galileo entered the fight. He was a bit slow. He didn't quite get the impact he wanted, but it wasn't needed. Vel'Koz did a nice able to get the angle there, his ultimate down there, but they can't find a position. They're going to have to protect Twitch more. They had the Malachi there, the Cho'Gath. It's going to be, can these tanks keep these carries alive? Because you have the Lulu there. You have a lot invested in this. And the engage right there. Look at that CS leads with the Galileo. I told you, it's going to be impossible to bring down. They need that spray and paint. They need that damage, and we'll see for the next fight because we're going to have Baron coming up right now. And again, quickly interlist, I want to again thank the cameraman doing an excellent job there. I also want to thank our friend AJ with his cool car driving up. He's sitting by in the cosplay lounge area right there. Ladies, if you're on social media, go on your dating apps. You'll be perusing around. Maybe you can...
Oh, and all in jest. Yes, we do have our friends here supporting us because a little bit of real life thing. We do have Mr. Gold, who is going to be giving birth in the next couple of weeks. So congratulations, Mr. Gold.
Myself.
Well, you know, it is a mutual effort, right?
No, completely, right.
But a big thanks for him for coming here and helping me out with this cast. There's no way I'd be able to cast all this intense action by myself. So big thanks to Mr. Gold and I myself, RavExel. Very happy to be here at Well Played Games #2, my third event, helping the Ontario eSports League. In the casting and hosting role, and by far this is the most entertaining games that we've ever had. So competitive, so entertaining, chock full of action, and as a caster, these are the types of games that I treasure and that I'm going to go back and look at and look to improve upon, because you know what? It's not just in gaming, but in casting, there's always room to improve upon.
Yeah, so just in the actual macro sense of this thing, so what teams are playing in this tournament right now?
Well, there's Team Alpha, Team Bravo, Teams Charlie, and Team Delta.
So was this pre-organized before, or they sort of pigeonholed into these names?
They were kind of totally pigeonholed into this. But honestly, the last event that I cast, it was always Team Red, Team Blue. And I didn't really have any team name. So I actually prefer this, because now I can go, Team Charlie's coming up. They're trying to push through in mid lane. They're looking to go into 5. But we have Team Alpha not wanting to engage too much because they're going to go back to base. I can actually use team names. Alpha, Charlie, Bravo, Delta, and not just red and blue. I love it.
No, I love it too. Okay, I was just curious. It's not like how I want to grow up one day to play for Team Charlie Blue, right? But it sounds kind of cool, kind of like the military, right? We have like the whiskey trot and all that stuff.
Yes, we have Charlie Blue coming up. Actually, that's how we're going to refer to it now on. This is a awesome casting revelation. Not only are we going to say the team name, but we're going to say the color that they represent. Wow, this is casting a miracle.
Oh,
here we have the
teleport going and toppling right there. I'm not sure what this teleport's going to do, but like, look, he's coming in. Look at the engage right there. Can Zach get in right there? Can Yogi get there? Can Yogi Bear do it? If anyone can do it, it's Yogi. He can. He's flying right in there. They're pushing on the tanks right there. They got to push the backline right there. The tank taking huge damage right there. Oh, they're taking too much damage right there. The Andy goes down. They couldn't get the engage they want there. Vel'Koz comes flying out right there. The Galileo right there. Damage. Caitlyn is shooting from the backline right there. Damage come flying out. They've been cut off. Looks like Charlie Blue is turning it right there. He's throwing it down there. They're throwing it out right there. They're throwing the kitchen sink out there right now, and nothing can go down.
Wow, Team Charlie Blue getting a 3-0 lead on this is massive. They're going to be able to push the second tier turret once the minions come up. They can either choose to wait.
Headshot on Antelope. His head is small like cantaloupe.
Yes, small, but still effective. They're going to go ahead and get this tower. Oh. And again, once again, there's a decision to be made. Do you go back and get the Baron? Do you continue to push? You have flashing red bars on a couple members, and they're choosing to head back and not going for the Baron. They're going to go ahead and buy some items. Now evening up the gold lead. It's only 300 for Team Alpha Red, but this game now turned back around with the beautiful 3-0 that was a 3-0 before Caitlyn's headshot went boom and turned it into a 3-1.
The head went to Cantaloupe right there, but much like I'm telling my wife in a couple weeks, you got to push. You're going to get that through, right? The only way you're going to win games right there, take advantages of there. I thought there was a free Baron up there, but
I think you're going to need a bleeper for the responses that she's going to give you for your gentle reminders of her to push.
But we won't be saying that on eSports. This is a respective eSports establishment. And
yes, here at Raiders, thank you for hosting us. It's been a pleasure every time. And the ownership, the management, the venue. If you haven't checked out this venue, you've got to check it out. They have a beautiful restaurant area full of TVs playing eSports all the time. And then a killer gaming pit full of computers and a huge projector. And not only that, they have a VR station that gets set up occasionally. So you can just go flying through the air in your VR setup. They've got it all here at Raiders. And hopefully the Ontario Esports League, the OESL, decides to have more events here because I love the partnership and it's just so great to be a part of.
Right there. Let's try to find. Okay, find their targets right there. Damage going all around. Lulu's dropped her ultimate right there. Galio comes flying in right there. And bodies are dropping. Passes are going. Rikana has to get out of there. He's sitting dead meat right there. Can they twitch? It's not being touched right now. This is going to be big. Caitlin's going to have to come back in there. Looks like they're shooting damage on there. Let's move towards the upper part of the fight because the AD carriers are up there. It looks like Twitch is going to find anyone. I think we're going to see an assassination attempt on the north side. We should probably head there right there. Here comes the assassination. Reconnaissance and CC in there. No, the CC was unrespected. He goes flying out there. And there comes down. The vein goes...
Great teamwork by the Caitlyn and the Recon to try to keep themselves in this. Team Charlie Blue have the advantage, and really there's only Caitlyn that's going to be left to defend against this turret if they can get this wave. And great block by the Maokai. He's a big tree. Yeah, he got smashed in lane, but he's a big tree. He's a big body to block that Galio from him getting out. And a huge trade over. It's a 4-for-2 for Team Charlie Blue, and they're going to look to take the jungle and as well as get more wards out. And now, for the first time in many, many minutes, they have a gold lead. This could be the first time all game, but I know it's at least the first time in the last 20 minutes.
800 gold lead at 34. That's nothing to cry home about. Even at 10 minutes right there. But this game is razor close. I am loving each team fight. There's at least 2 to 3 battles going on right there with their mind games. Like, there's a big fight in mid. They call it Twitch is on the side. I'm going to have to see Twitch, Bruce Vane. And he's not Batman. Unfortunately, he can't do this alone, right? He's not taking out the Joker with his fists of fury. He has to be more of the cowardly Batman that hides behind the powerful heroes and then destroys them from there with his cool gadgets, right?
What do you think, being more of a Robin type figure where you're there, your team is possibly Batman, but you never really quite die as Robin?
Lulu's Robin.
Lulu's Robin? Okay, all right. So then he's got to be Batman then, because he's got 3 items and Berserker Grease.
He's Batman in the DC universe.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
He's got big scary enemies, like maybe Galio's Doomsday. Like, he's got smashed.
Well, all these movies are coming out are really confusing me with all the Justice League that's happening. But it's got to be that Vel'Koz is Superman, 260 farm at 32 minutes. And anytime he gets an ult off, just doing massive amounts of damage, turning fights as long as he can stay alive. 4, 2, and 7. And with 3.5 items being finished, as well as his boots, by far the most fed in the game, other than Caitlyn, who ultimate, once again, doing his best to carry from the 80 carry role, Team Alpha Red, and doing just not dying very much, getting all kinds of kills, and being a leader for his team.
Yeah, I think we're going to get ready for the Baron dance is starting right now. It's a good old 33 minutes where you're staring long and hard at Baron Nashor, and whoever takes control. Oh, the ultimate's coming in. They're pushing damage right there, but I don't think they have the engage. Cho'Gath doesn't have his flash right now, so he's not going to be able to get there. And a curious ultimate by Old McDonald. Did Old McDonald miss a button or something?
Old McDonald lost a lane, but he's still trying to win the game.
It's going not so well, and he's suffering pain. E-I-E-I-O. Oh, the Dario. Dario. I like that. Remember that for that. Yeah.
Well, there are 2 very valuable ultimates used by Team Charlie Blue, Vel'Koz and Maokai. And those are going to be down for the next 30 to 45 seconds. So this could be a chance for Team Alpha Red to re-engage.
I still think they don't have the damage right now to really bring them down. With the Banshee's Cloak on the Annie right now, it's really going a lot of pressure on Caitlyn and the Galio Zac to get it engaged. They don't have the damage-soaked time, right? They have to protect Caitlyn while keeping Annie okay, and they have to get it right engaged. But Twitch is not being able to be utilized well. If I see a fight, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Use the Lulu as the ultimate to get in and let him soak some damage. And Galileo's on the side. He's coming right now. I think we're seeing a flank. Yeah, we're seeing a TP right now. We're going to have a fight right now. The ultimate's off. Caitlyn's being damaged right there. Spraying praise, bringing him down. This is going to be a slaughter for Charlie Blue right there. And they're flying back right there. Keep him alive. Keeping Bruce Vane alive. They're flying in. Everyone's flying. Particle City right there. Lulu's trying to do anything he can to keep them alive. But Annie goes down.
It's a 4 for... Okay, now we have 4-for-0. Charlie Blue has a chance. Okay, now it's a 5-for-0. Let's see if they're able to win this game. They have the gold lead. They have the minions. They have the tank. Go ahead and tank this turret. Come on, don't be so scared. You need those minions. You got to get this tower. Get this inhibitor. Go in for the win. This is your chance. Timers are at 20 seconds. They can at least get a couple of Nexus turrets. They need to go in. You got to tank the turret.
Seconds. They got this.
No, but they can't be cowardly. They need to get in here. Get the damage on the...
A tentacle monster. They can't be cowardly.
All right, Team Charlie Blue. They're looking to try to finish it. It's 2 seconds.
Caitlin's up.
She's got the damage, but she has no team to help her out. Rakan now being up. Still about 5-6 seconds.
Charlie Blue's going to take it right there. And here comes a chomp from the Terror of the Void, Shogath. And we have ourselves a game. Congratulations, Charlie Blue. Awesome victory at Raiders eSports, but great game there by Alpha Red, and they fought it well. RavExel, that was an exciting first game for me to cast.
Wow, what a tournament. 2 comebacks out of 2 games cast. This could be by far the best tournament that I've ever cast in my history as a caster. And as you know, I've been around this block for quite a while in the Toronto scene. And that's saying something. Well played games number 2. This is the 3rd round robin game being played. Team Charlie versus Team Alpha. Team Charlie coming back and being able to take it. They had the objective control. Even though they were down in the gold lead for a good 30 minutes, were able to come back with the team fights and take this game.
Yeah, it's at the end right there. They caught Ultimate out. They wanted to keep him on. Bruce Day was able to stay alive, and he did so much damage on the back line there when the health bars are going down with the Praying Spade that unfortunately Alpha Red wasn't able to keep it up. And that team fight swung so heavily on Charlie Blue's favor right there. Excellent game by both teams out there, and I'm pretty sure you guys are not both done yet, so we're looking forward to some more action.
All right, well, we're going to continue on. We're going to take a little break. Well played games number 2, brought to you by OESL, live here at Raiders.